I don't know.
I talked to, I guess DPS is one of their accountants.
Wonder why.
And they said that day that you were arrested that day.
And I'm wondering why.
Anyway, that was DPS.
Right, that's their duty. That's
their,
why I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is your.
Actually, the truck, they're saying, hey, you get your stuff, just go take them some ID. Okay, show them picture ID, then you get your stuff out of the vehicle.
How does a photo ID, when you don't need a photo ID, via Supreme Court for freedom of movement? How is that coincide? So that means they want to break the law so they can get revenue.
Anyway,
It's stolen. There's no charges toward me, the sentient being, okay, at all, whatsoever.
I'll document that.
Yet I did 6 days for no reason.
I'll document
No court date, nothing.
Also,
So
and DPS said
it's stolen.
if you can, bring some documents showing ownership of your vehicle, go together and get it.
Again,
And they said that there is a surcharge, I believe.
they can charge DTF. See, they merely need to bring it back. If there's no charge, right, like I explained to you earlier, it's pretty cut and dry to me. I take your lawnmower without borrowing it, right, without your agreement to your contract, right, your accord, our accord, and I have it in my backyard. Well, for you to go get it, you've got to break the fence, break the lock, whatever, cut through, and then go get it. Well, two wrongs don't make a right. You agree. So that's what this is.
I do agree that two wrongs don't make the right.
Well, to do what he did is between myself, the being, sentient being, and him. And creation will face him with that. You know, to not say anything and then electrocute, tackle, and shackle someone when there is no charge. There is no crime to travel with no plate, no registration, no post ID. So it's, look it up. I know you're not a lawyer, but you can investigate that. It's from the Supreme Court.
I'll investigate.
Freedom of movement.
I'll investigate that.
Or people say freedom to travel or something like that.
I definitely do that.
As long as you're not.
I also contacted the officer that towed your vehicle, and I advised him that he said he was going to give you a call and try and do it further. But anyway, so you didn't bring me a call. I gave him your number, and I said, so that's all I can do for you today.
Well, that's what I don't get is, so we're allowing DPS to break the Supreme Court's ruling time and time again, and this also goes back to Miranda versus Arizona in 1966. Hence, Miranda rights, hence the freedom of movement that the Supreme Court ruled on. This is documented well.
I'm not a lawyer, and I
get that. So what I'm saying is, all they need to do is bring it back where they got it. They want their revenue.
I'll document what you said.
How do you force someone to use legality where they don't want to, because there's nothing in the law that says
DPS
one month.
The one that told us the dirt base or.
So then, you guys, being above them in the county,
We're all the same.
okay, so you're all the same.
All the
So
same.
then Allred oversees DPS,
Allred is the highest law enforcement official.
and he wears two hats. He can assist the living and the dead, those with legal rights. Except in you. You can't. It's merely a matter of all that stuff in there. I can draw you a picture where everything is. Exactly where everything is. And that's going to prove to you that it's still mine. Yet, they still want the Crown copyright, photo, and legal name of some dead person. So they can jurisdiction over that. and then they can get their cut from not all towing. When in fact, if there's no charge, why is it still held? That's the thing.
It's not being held. So
It's not, so it's stolen.
it's not being held. So you can go down and pick it up if you show proof of ownership to it.
The proof, again, as I stated to you, was my testimony of your voice.
And I understand that.
Spiritually, I cannot do that. You see what I'm saying? That's why you guys, as being that so-called the assistant of the law, for those of us who don't, who choose to use our hearts, not some form of weaponry outside, that was terrorism. So we're going to allow terrorism, whether it's from your own kind or not. And that's what I'm saying. That's what it boils down to.
I can't argue with you.
No, I'm not
going to argue with you.
No, we're not arguing. We're discussing.
But what I'm saying, that's the only thing I can do for you. If you want to,
it's not like
it's not stolen.
Then what was it?
GPS is one that had it towed.
Okay, but that's
because it was running on the road illegal.
How is it illegal?
Well, it didn't have a license or registration.
Does it need one per the Supreme Court?
Well,
we do follow the Supreme Court, yes? We do. Okay, then with that, when you research that, freedom of movement, etc., then you can look it up on your phone.
Only persons are required to have plates.
Freedom of movement. It's all over.
Pardon?
Only persons are required to have plates and licenses. He's not a person. He's not a respecter of persons.
I'll do a little research on that. If you want to, I'll speak with DPS. You're most welcome to do that.
DPS has been nothing but I don't know, without, not judgment, nothing but moronic. So, and then,
Maybe I can get a sergeant to speak with you.
well, it was the Sergeant Long who, I believe we spoke with, but maybe,
I'll get one of my sergeants.
okay, all righty, okay.
Okay.
That'd be good.
All right.
Have
Have a great day, brother.